The Northern Territory is no stranger to pedestrian deaths. Busy roads like this one in the heart of Darwin are a place of anguish for many.
I looked up to my mum a lot. She was my role model.
Helen Secretary was a young woman when her mother, a well-respected health worker, was fatally struck on Bagot Road. The family lived at a nearby Aboriginal community that straddles the 6-lane road. She's lost countless loved ones along this stretch.
We'd hear people getting hit. And as a child, you know, you see all these lights and wondering what's going on, and then not realising until there's sorrow business that one of our family members got hit.
Helen's fed up with seeing people die on Bagot Road and says it's a death trap.
This 6-lane is very dangerous. As you can see, there's no traffic lights, there's no pedestrian, no safety device at all.
Aboriginal people make up the bulk of pedestrian deaths in the Northern Territory, in a jurisdiction that has the highest rates of alcohol consumption per capita and skyrocketing rates of homelessness. Keeping people safe has never been harder.
And you don't have to drive around the Northern Territory for long to see at-risk pedestrians walking dangerously within traffic, and there's a whole host of reasons why that might be the case.
In a disturbing trend, hit and runs now make up a quarter of all pedestrian deaths in the NT.
Somewhere along here is where my wawa got hit.
Northern Territory politician Yingi Agulia is still processing the loss of his close relative who was killed on the Stewart Highway in the city's outskirts last year. The first driver that struck him fled before eventually calling police, but by then it was too late. A second car killed him.
The Northern Territory government should be ashamed of the high number of Indigenous people that are being killed.
Mr Goulia says Darwin is witnessing a surge of remote visitors leaving community. He worries racism could explain why some drivers don't stop. It's a suggestion NT Police hasn't been able to rule out.
Why do I think people are taking off? I think it's self-interest and self-preservation. Is there any racism for post-crash conduct? Then potentially there might be.
The Northern Territory is the road toll capital of Australia, with the death rate here triple the national average. Since 2019, 40 pedestrians have died on Territory roads and more than 500 have been hospitalised for their injuries. In 2 years alone, paramedics responded to nearly 300 000 calls involving pedestrians, and it's taking a toll on first responders.
I've spent plenty of times both with patients and after cases, in quiet reflection and shedding tears around what's happened. Sometimes
when the drivers do hit someone, it is not really their fault at all.
In a statement, the Chief Minister, Eva Lawler, said her government had invested $6.5 million improving pedestrian safety in Darwin and Alice Springs. Some of the money's gone towards improving lighting on the road where Helen's mother was killed.
Okay, right, you don't go up to a car, you get off the road for your safety.
Helen's doing her bit to educate the next generation about road safety, but says it will do little without more support from the top. She wants the government to tackle the Territory's shocking record of pedestrian deaths head on.
A lot of pedestrians within Darwin have lost their lives, and I think there needs to be more safety. And when you've got countrymen, and not just countrymen, the public trying to access these roads, it's too late.
A call for action to make Territory roads safe for all. Samantha Dick, ABC News.